We are back, Shaysayss Radio, 2 S's not 1, here on Party 101.9, home of the throwbacks and the iHeartradio platform. We just wrapped up our interview with Amito Lagoon, the first African from Uganda to even win Africa's Next Top Model. And we had a great interview with her, guys. If you didn't listen to it live, make sure you check it out on our YouTube, which will be posted next Sunday. And as we told you guys, now we have this amazing dancer, actress. Am I missing anything, sis? Let me know.
I'm a producer. I'm producing my own TV show. I don't know who I think I am, but I'm doing that with a friend of mine. And lots of things. Anything creative, I'm like about it and for it.
Got you. Yeah. So you're a Jane of many talents. Yes.
I think so. Thank God.
So we are here with Candace Maxwell. How are you, love?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. It's nice to have you.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Like, because your vibe, your energy is just like so positive and amazing.
That's what I want to say. I've known you for like 5 minutes, and I feel like we're friends like for years.
Thank you.
It's such a positive vibe.
Thank you. You're the bomb. Yo. Good people. Good people.
Man, so let's get into it really quick. I'm just going to jump straight into it. How did you get into dancing?
Okay, let's see. I always danced. I'm Caribbean. My mom's Jamaican, my dad's Trinidadian.
Okay.
So I grew up in the house listening to music, dancing to music, going to house parties, and my mom would always say, go dance, go dance. So I would always put on performances in the house, record music videos, teach myself. But my mom put me in dance when I was 5 at like the YMCA in Jamaica, Queens. And we had like... we used like chairs for ballet bars. Like it was a little like, not like Miss Debbie's Beautiful School of Dance. It was a little rustic, but like the training was really good, and I immediately loved dancing right away.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I know you probably dancing for hours at those family parties because them Trinis don't stop partying, Like they party till like 5 a.m., 6
They're crazy. Like my family can hang, and I'm like, I don't have the gene. I'm like, can I go to bed now?
Oh my God. I went to a sidebar. I went to this cruise called Uber Cruise. And when I went there, it was literally like a lot of old heads. And at first I was like, oh my gosh, like old heads. But girl, I wanted to go to bed, and they were looking at me like,
it just started.
Can't hang. Yeah, they were like, you can't hang.
Did.
Like,
they just started.
You're not going to the next fat?
Yep.
You're not going to the other fat? And I'm like, can I go to my bed? Like, I was just like.
My Uncle Clarenton can party all night, sit down anywhere, take a nap, and then get up and go to church.
Okay.
Like it's nothing, and drink and party down, party. And I'm like, how?
Wow, that's a lot of like adrenaline, like gotta keep it moving. But I know that you used to dance. You used to be a background dancer for like Beyonce, Lil Kim.
Come on.
Yeah, I danced for Beyonce once to clear the air. It was one time. It was the VMAs. It was a great experience. It was when she won the Vanguard Award. But tons of artists.
So you was in that big performance?
Yes, the huge one.
That's iconic.
Oh, thank you.
What part were you in?
We were kind of the weird hippie. We had these like dresses on and these weird like I had like a penis on my head. It looked like.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm gonna find the picture. No. Literally, look at the. No. There were these beautiful braids. It was like a cone, and I can't believe I just said that out loud. Whatever. But if you look at the performances, you can see like there was like a section that was super visual and beautiful. But I was even a part of the skeleton crew where we met like 2 weeks beforehand, before Beyonce and her main dancers got there, and we worked with the choreographer and like basically mapped out the whole piece. It was a really long process, but it was cool.
Nice. Was it as long as the Lion King showcase that she created with the background show, just to show the process?
I mean, I don't know what that was like. I don't know which Lion King.
Like process. She was showing kind of like she had a little like mini series, just showing like how like the process that she put into like the Lion King soundtrack.
So, I didn't see it, but her team is they're amazing. They're very meticulous, and they work really hard, really specific. So it was a challenging experience because as a dancer, I thought it wasn't what I wanted it to be. Like, gotcha. I had been in other dance situations where the choreography was amazing, where the vibe was great, and this was just more of a high-pressure job. And you didn't really get to, it wasn't one of those moments where I felt like you get to shine as a dancer because you're really there to support B, and you're really there to, like, fall in line. So creatively, I felt stifled, but did I feel challenged? It was almost very militant. Right. So it's different how different dance jobs can bring different experiences. Like being on tour, like I did Keith Sweat for a while, who's an old head but still tours, and that was like so fun. August Alsina, when he was doing his thing, I mean, I was on tour with him for about a year. That was great. Iggy Azalea, like it's funny, like some names that, you know, maybe right now they're not still like quote unquote at the top, but they were so great to work with, fun, and like aside from being on stage and working, we also had great times off stage.
That's amazing.
And I think that's why I love dancing in general, because it's like connection and community. Like it always, like all of my best friends were through dance, and some of the best times in my life were because of dance.
Oh, that's so amazing.
So I do love it. I'm a little corny.
When you're on tour with those artists, it's almost like you guys become a family, right?
You do. It's like tour family, tour life. It's like it's kind of separate from your own little world. So I think that's my little way of escaping, is just like ducking off into that and into that world and into that. I guess everything for me is almost a character, not necessarily because I feel like I'm always myself, but it's just another way to like express a different layer of myself or explore a different part of myself. So
that's pretty dope.
That's
pretty dope. And shout out to August Alsina anyways too, because me too. And like honestly, the things that he's been going through just makes me like, it hurts my heart, because like he's such a good guy, you know.
He's so talented.
Yes,
voice,
and so talented.
He has such a unique voice. I want him to come back out with more music. I think he's so talented, and you know, a really nice family, the people that I did meet. So I mean, God, he would be great to make a comeback. His voice was just so dope.
No, I definitely agree. Definitely agree. So sending prayers to his health as well.
Yes,
so he's gonna do it, you know. He's gonna come back out and drop mad music for us. I know he's writing right now.
Okay,
he's definitely
good.
writing.
I'm like, please write through all that pain, because the pain is that's what made him great at. It was him talking about all his pain. And it was so beautiful. I was like, this album, that first testimony was like...
I agree.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. So what was your experience working for Lil Kim?
Oh, that was fun. That was actually my first tour.
Oh, wow.
Ever. Yes,
okay.
I was like young, naive Candice, and it was like... The pay was a little like under the bus, shady. It was like weird. It was an interesting situation, but Kim herself, she is so kind. She's really kind energy. She was very nice. She's kind of quiet.
Yeah.
You could tell she's probably more reserved, more guarded. She has that about her. But when she gets on stage, she like transforms and becomes another person. And I thought that was really cool. Like you could see where like it snapped. And she still had it. Like she can rap. Like you can never take that from her, that she has presence and she can rap. She's phenomenal. I give her that. And she's the reason to me why there's so many of these other female artists who can express themselves the way they can, is because of her. She started it, and she paved the way for this like raunchy, sexy, hot girl, not afraid to say what she wants to say, dress how she wants to dress. I love her.
No, I definitely agree. I'm actually happy that she's like making a comeback. Her show, Girl Cruise, all of that. Yes. Like, you know, like definitely making us see her personality. But since you worked with so many of these artists, and I wanted to ask you, what are your views on the whole controversial situation with Summer Walker? And people feel like how her anxiety is kind of holding her back from performing, giving the best performances.
Interesting. I don't know anything about this. So what's going on? If you don't mind telling me.
So basically with Summer Walker, they always say like how a lot of times like she shouldn't be shy to get on stage and make a speech, or she shouldn't be shy to really give her all on these performances. A lot of her tours have been canceled sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes the audience boos her a little bit. So I just want to know your views on that. Like, do you feel like maybe she should know what she's getting into before she get into it? Because she is an artist, you know? What do you think?
I wonder if she... I don't know her personally or the story. Maybe is she suffering from anxiety or like from...
Yeah, she claims that she is.
Okay. So. I think you don't know what anything is until you actually do it yourself. So... Nothing. I take this quote: "All that glitters isn't gold." You know, there's like and it's funny. 50 Cent, like the brief moments that I've had with him, because he did direct that first episode of Power. He was saying how, you know, nothing. This show business is not glamorous. It is cutthroat. And the only thing that's glamorous about it is probably like the red carpet, but it's not a very glamorous business. And so again, it glitters, but it's really not gold. It's beautiful. It's like, I think you really have to love it. You have to love what you're doing to get up there every night and do that. And you have to do, at least for me, I don't know what everybody else copes in different ways. Because I believe you do have to give a part of yourself to be an excellent performer. Like, you just have to give pieces of yourself. When you give, you get back, and I believe that. But if you're not willing to give, you're not going to get back. The audience, the crowd will feed you. Like, I was addicted to dancing on stage. I love it. Like, that hearing those people cheer, and it's not even for you, it's for that artist. That high, dancing, sweating, the music, the lights, the costumes, and then the cheering, I mean, that's a drug. That's a rush that I was chasing. I could not let go of that for years. So being on a live stage is like, for me.
That's so true. I love the answer. I love your answer. Yeah. So, because you talk about dancing, what made you venture into acting then?
Okay, well, it's funny. Again, I think also I believe in like serendipity and meant to be. But as a kid, in my neighborhood in Queens, in St. Albans, a family friend of ours was an agent and manager, and she is still my manager to this day.
Wow.
But she was sending me out on commercials and whatnot. My mom was like, she's like, your daughter's pretty, why not send her out on some stuff? And my mom was like, okay, money, college, let's like give this, she's Jamaican, money, college, my daughter's gonna go to the best college, let's get this college fund popping, you know? That was her motivation. It was all like for me, benefiting me. And I would go, and I wasn't booking anything for a while. I do remember that, but I remember getting on the subway with my mom like every day after school, going to the city, and then one day it just clicked. And it was like I started booking like so a lot of commercials, a lot of catalogs, things like that as a kid. And then we moved away to Atlanta, so things kind of shifted, and my mom was working a lot, so I was just kind of in school. So I was dancing still, and then I went to performing arts high school, and I hated my drama teacher. I'm so sorry I'm saying that, Mr. Adams. But like, I just did it. I felt so disconnected from it, and I loved the dance program, so I just focused on that, and that was it. And I just kind of left acting behind. And then while I was dancing professionally, I'd be on set or like doing a movie, and you're there and you rehearse. It's like it's SAG-AFTRA. It's the same thing like how actors go through. You audition, you're on set, you're filming. But I would see the actors and I was like, oh, I want to do that. I was like, how do I do that? Yeah. So I just, God, I had no training. I was a terrible actress. I needed a lot of help. So I went to school for acting.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I quit dancing like cold turkey, which was really hard for me. But I wanted to dedicate myself to like the craft, because I do believe in craft. Like, you can just say your lines and get by. But because I feel like I'm such a, like, I'm an all or nothing person, I'm all in if I'm doing something, I wanted to put myself in a situation where I had to be all in, and there was no choice for me. I don't like the choice of fail, succeed. Like, I just do it. Like, I really believe in Nike, just do it. So I put myself through that schooling program for 2 years. It was very intense and rigorous, and then, like, a couple of months later, I booked Power. Literally, like, I graduated in June, and then I booked Power in October.
Oh, wow. That's dope. Dope.
What the hell?
Yeah, like, okay, so let's get into this. So, one, I wanted to know, what does your day-to-day look like as an actress?
Ooh, okay. Well, it can look like plenty of things, because you can be really busy. Like, you can have tons of auditions, you can have rehearsals, you can be like going all day, like leave my house at 8 a.m., don't get back till 10, you know, like have my bag, I'm going from audition to rehearsal to, if I'm doing a play, I have rehearsal, if I'm doing dance, I have this. Also, like, hey, I have to pay my bills, and I have a job, or I have this, or I'm hustling, or like, I'm always doing something. But then there's those times where auditions can be like dry and there's nothing going on, and you're like, oh my God, do I suck? Is the world ending? Am I ever gonna make it? Am I gonna But yeah,
Okay. Just had to ask this question because I'm like, listen, we were watching the scene in here.
No, we know that was not your first time.
Listen, and we had to, that seemed spicy.
It's 20. It's about to be 2020. We're all adults here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like that it was spicy. Like I didn't want. If that's another thing is that I knew that. Okay. I'm gonna be nude in this, and I'm agreeing to do this for the character throughout the season. So, if I was like, if I'm doing this, I'm gonna go. It's gonna be dope. I'm gonna bring it. I'm not gonna halfway it. No way. There's no way I could take my clothes off and not actually kill it. So I was like, yeah, let's do this. Of course, there's no, you're not actually, it's you're acting, but I'm go there and act and do it. Fully commit. And that's all I believe in is, full commitment with anything that you do. So that's what I chose to do, was fully commit to that and to her character and what she was going through and how she was feeling and expressing that and then letting that live through my body. And I think dancing helped me feel so much more comfortable with my body and how to move and know that this is all really just choreography. It felt like choreography.
And can I say, the way you broke down your character, I could really see that in the scene. I felt like it was playful, because there's a lot of sex scenes where I'm like, okay, this looks kind of,
yeah.
But this one was had a real fire and passion. It was fun.
Yeah, it definitely was.
I wanted that for her. It just felt like she was yearning, and this was fulfilling something in her so deep. And I was like, okay, I get that. So let me bring that joy, that mischievous joy, because she was also having an affair, and it's very sneaky and secretive. So there's a joy to it and a fire to it.
Right.
Yeah.
So taking that experience, taking it from the audition, the chair, and actually bringing it to the bed, right?
Yeah.
How was that experience? Especially dealing with another person in this scene.
Mm-hmm. I will say that I was nervous. We had rehearsal. We did rehearse for this scene. Mm-hmm. So think about, this is the first day that I'm meeting my co-star at the table read at, and we have a rehearsal. Lorenz Tate, who has been in the business for forever, who has done so many movies. He's a professional. He 10,000 hours plus. Malcolm Gladwell, he's put in his hours, So yeah, I've been around and been in the business, but never with so many lines with a scene like this. So I'm nervous as hell. Mm-hmm. And then I'm rehearsing it in the room with him, with Shayna, one of our amazing producers, and 50, our director. You wear clothes, but you just walk through it step by step, the lines, the cameras, and things like that. So that was very nerve-wracking for me. But again, I was just professional and focused. Make a connection with your co-star, hello, I'm gonna give you trust if you're gonna give me trust. And then day of, I just I meditate hard. So I meditated that morning. I was like, let's do it. I took it like a roll. I was like, I'm a dancer, stretch, relax, breathe, do it. And that was it. And my co-star was so amazing. He, again, so professional. So hair cover up, taking care of me, you okay? I'm okay, always checking in. And then I have an amazing dresser who took really good care of me too. So I felt safe. I felt weirdly enough safe to do that.
Oh, that's dope.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's dope. So the whole experience with 50, because we watch 50 on social media, and we dang, 50 don't play, And I want to know, what was your experience dealing with him?
Okay. 50, I was not. Oh, hi people. I'm not gonna lie, I was scared because number one, I grew up listening to his music. Love his music, hands down. He's from Jamaica, Queens. I'm okay, from not far from my neighborhood. We're hometown homies. And he's a Cancer. And I know Cancers are we're sweet, but we're also very petty. Yes, I'm a Cancer. Oh. I'm sweet, very sweet. But there's the other flip side, very petty. If you cross us, we're petty betties.
Sour Patch Kids.
Yes!
Sour Patch Kids.
Cancers are Sour Patch Kids. That's what I was going to say. So, I met him. He was so nice. He was so charming. I was like, oh my God, this guy is so nice. He's so cool. He's so down to earth. He complimented my tape. He was hands down, we chose you. And I was like, Hands down, you chose me. What the hell?
Right.
So that was a compliment. And then we talked about character and motivation. And, you know, it's his first episode that he was directing, so he was taking it really seriously. Like, this is his chance to step out into a new role. You know, he's been on the show, been producing it, but now, again, this was his episode. So I love that he took time to come and talk to me, and I wasn't just some character that was thrown in. I was there for a purpose, and he wanted it to really tell the story. So I loved his attention to detail. And as far as I know, we're cool. And he was great to me.
You don't owe him no money?
I don't do that.
Okay.
I don't do that. No.
Weak. So this is a question that I got from so many people when they heard that you were coming to the Party 101. You know, my sister literally texted me as well today. She's like, "Make sure you ask this question." But we want to know, who killed Ghost? I know you probably get this all the time.
God, I wish I had a clever response. I can't say. I don't know who killed Ghost.
We can't get that exclusive.
Like
I signed a non-disclosure.
Right.
Yeah, baby.
I might have to.
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to owe 50. Nothing. Goodbye, bro. I am not trying to owe.
We gotta wait till January 5th, right?
Yes, January 5th, like everyone else. No.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
No. I ain't trying to owe nobody a thing, baby.
Right. Okay.
So what about this show that I saw on Netflix?
Yes.
Am I pronouncing it right?
Insatiable.
Okay.
You can't get enough.
Got you.
Insatiable. That was like a word that's funny in drama school. We had to like pick adjectives for something, and insatiable was mine. Like, you can never get more.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm insatiable about life. No, but I like that. I like that word.
So tell us about it. Like, what is the show about, and what character do you play?
Well, I was a guest star in one episode, but the show revolves around this beauty queen who is kind of a dark comedy. So, like, she's kind of... You find out that she has an insatiable desire for killing people. It's really intense, but it's like also a funny show. It's set in the South. They all talk like this, and they're Southern, and it's hilarious. The show is, but it's funny how it touches on like really sweet or like serious issues. Like a lot of it's like body image related. So they took a lot of backlash the first season because it was all about like all of a sudden she lost weight and like her life was all of a sudden better. But it's set in a pageant world in the South. And it's a funny show, but in this particular episode, I become friends. Well, I'm kind of like an arch nemesis to one of the girls. Like, she comes to an HBCU. She's half white, half black. And she's like, oh, woe is me. Like, kind of having a meltdown. And I'm just kind of the girl who kind of gets her together. Like, I'm not sugarcoating anything for her. And I guess I'm not describing the show very well. I guess you just kind of gotta watch it. It's a guest star. It's a guest star role, but I'm there to kind of progress her character. Her name's Magnolia, so I'm there to progress her character and her storyline. And it was cool that they gave me such a tough character. Like, I was like, oh, she's kind of tough and in your face, and I don't feel that way as Candice, but maybe that is how I read on camera, because I don't feel that way at all. I feel like a big softie, but for some reason I feel like I keep getting these roles that are like, and I'm like, oh, okay.
You know, just testing you.
Yeah,
you know,
the universe
like,
is like testing your abilities.
Yeah, I'm like, I want to play a sweetheart, but
nope.
Okay.
I think that's pretty dope, though. So I see that you, on your Instagram, you post your sister a lot.
Oh my God, everybody says that, but you know, I didn't realize it was a lot, but I do.
Yeah, and I think it's so cute. But, you know, you and your sister gives me, like, sometimes I thought you guys were twins at one point, because you guys look so much alike.
Yeah.
So, would there be, like, a show in the making, like a, you know, like maybe like a little Tia and Tamara kind of thing, or even some, you know? Like,
that would be a dream. Honestly, my dream would be, like, I mean, it's weird. Reality TV is weird. I'm like, okay, do I want to, like, give up a piece of my life and share? But I would love to have a show. Anybody out there, any producers, anybody interested, let me know, because I can't do this all on my own. But a showing, like, the real life of what it is to, like, be building your career in New York City. Like, my sister is a model, and she's now in acting school, the same acting school that I attended. But she's going to castings, running to auditions. She has a side job. She's working as a waitress. She's, you know, dating. She's living a full life, and it's so exhausting building a career, nothing to something. And I know all about that. Like, I quit dance. I was in a really great place. I could have been in LA. I could have been working on gig to gig to gig to gig and working with different choreographers and kept that going. But I just wanted something different, and I had to, like, step away, and I feel like I almost started all over again. But a show like with, like, I mean, we really hold each other down. Like, I come home and my sister's like, I cooked, and I'm like, oh my God, thanks for dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really have, like, a true part. That's my girl. It's my little sister, and, like, I'm very protective of her, and it is what it is. But I want her to succeed, and I think we're such different people and such different artists. It's going to be really interesting to watch her grow into a woman and watch her grow into an artist. I mean, she's 7 years younger than me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we look... I'm older than her.
Oh my gosh, I thought it was like a 2-year difference.
No.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
So I'm really excited to watch her journey. And again, our household is hilarious. It's like, if I had time to sit there and vlog myself, I think I could possibly be a gazillionaire off of vlogging my life and our lifestyle. But that's not my true passion. My true passion is the character. I think I do want to keep, like, my life, share what I want to share.
Yeah, of course.
Because I do believe in a level of privacy. I do believe in being transparent and open and sharing, but still protecting what's yours. There's like a fine balance.
Right.
But a show could be dope within guidelines.
Yeah.
A show could be dope that shows a little bit of, like, the realness, because we're not showing what it really is like. Everybody's like, oh, I want to be an actor. I want to do this. I want to do that. But y'all don't, like, not saying y'all, they're not in a defensive way, but, like, the struggle, like, it's not like this beautiful walk in the park. Like,
of course, yeah.
It's long hours. It's hard on your body. It's hard mentally. It's a lot. It's like, and then if you have a side job on top of that, think about it. It's like, oh, I'm doing multiple jobs.
No, that's so true. That is
so really, true. It's like you giving 100% of yourself in everything you do. You come back and you feel depleted.
No, that's so true. And it's like you're studying for school, but you got to study the lines, and, like, it's just a whole bunch of things. Like, no, I definitely agree.
And how did your family actually feel about the scene that you had in Power?
Okay. You know what's funny? My mother is amazing.
Okay.
She's an amazing woman. And she's, I would say, pretty conservative in her views. I grew up in a very Christian household, and I still do believe in God. My version of whatever God is to me. But, you know, my mom, you know, she said, quote, sorry, Mom, I'm going to say this, you did a fucking good job.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Because my mom's a real one. Like, my mom is a realist, and she knows that I'm an actress, and she knows that I've dedicated time and energy to this. She knows, like, this isn't a game, and she's like, you did a fucking good job, and you hold your head high, and that was an amazing scene. So to have all that mattered was her. And even my dad was just, he did not watch it, and he has no permission to watch it, but all he said to me was, you know, like, I'm proud of you, you're an actress, and you do what you have to do. And my family is very supportive. Like, the people who matter support me, and that's all that matters, is that your people support you. That's it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So my mom's the bomb. I love her.
No, yeah, I was like, because I'm like, Jamaican mother, like, what she gotta say? Like, you know, like, what she gotta say? That's really dope.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Gosh. So what is next for you? Now that you've gone through 2019, you know, what is next for 2020?
I just want to continue to live, like, my best life ever and be unapologetic but, like, truthful and honest and, like, free. I think we can, like, get so bogged down on, at least I know I've used to be bogged down on other people's opinions of me or how I should behave, or I just want to, like, step into myself. And that changes every single day, but just living authentically, for real. I'm working on a new show, so that's cool.
Okay.
Again, I'm a recurring on the show. I still haven't locked down, like, the series regular yet, which I will. I haven't locked it down yet, but I'm recurring.
Speaking into existence.
Yes, something amazing is definitely, like, brewing. Like, I can feel that in my own energy and, like, the people I'm around. I feel, like, amazingness brewing. But it's called Katie Keene. It's going to be on the CW. It's so cool. It's fun. It gives me, like, Sex and the City, like, but, like, young, and it also has, like, a musical element to it. Okay. So it's going to be a fun show.
So you're going to be singing, girl?
You gonna see.
Exclusive!
I'm just gonna say, you gonna see. So it's a cool show. I actually just came from one of the viewings with the cast and the producers, but it's gonna be a really fun show, and I think it's gonna, like, hit amongst, like, young LGBT community. Nice. We've got, like, even the cast, like, there's a lot of people of color on that show, and I'm like, this is amazing, and it's, like, set in New York, and it's telling the lives of artists, and I'm like, this is like me and my friends, for real. So dope. Like, it feels like me, it feels like of the generation. Yes. and I'm it's not like Euphoria dark, it's very light, it's very heartfelt, but it just has a dope vibe, so I think it's gonna be cool. I play Dee Dee, and I'm a love interest yet again, so something about me and love, it just keeps pulling me back. But I play another love interest, so that's exciting.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, and I'm producing my own show with my classmate who I went to school with called Imposters. A crazy idea, but we're just, like, we're going to film a pilot. We crowdfunded successfully. We had an amazing, people donated to us, and we're going to film it, and we're going to, like, pitch it at different festivals.
Oh, nice.
That are picking up different TV shows. Like, why not go that route? Like, it's fun to me. It's challenging. And yes, it's exhausting, but it gives me something to do and think about when I'm not auditioning or on set.
Right. And it's definitely a learning experience.
Yeah.
Definitely a learning experience.
And I want to dance more, like, but just for me, like, not necessarily a job, but, like, I get in the studio, I vibe all day. So one of my gifts is teaching. I was a teacher for a while. I've been slacking on that, but I think I may get back into it because it's a true passion of mine.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. That would be so good.
You should come. I'll invite you.
Girl, listen, he loves to dance. Isaiah loves to dance. I will definitely be there too.
That would be fun.
Like, we gotta make this happen. Okay. Well, I'm so excited to see what 2020 has in store for you.
Yes.
Thank you
so all exciting things.
Yes.
I can't live a boring life. Like, I feel like I can get complacency is so. Oh, I walk around New York City and people are so sad or so complacent. I'm like, okay, like, come on, we gotta wake up. Like, life is meant to be lived.
No, the way I see it is, honestly, like, I tell myself this all the time. Like, when you're positive, you're productive. When you're productive, you persevere. Like, and you have this positive energy about you that, you know, like, you keep going no matter what. And you're gonna keep winning. Like, you're gonna take all the W's in 2020. You know,
I love you.
Listen.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah.
It's the W's.
Yeah.
I'm here
for
the
W's.
Yeah.
Right. It's the W's.
Throw the W. Throw them up.
Oh, man. But, Candice, this was an amazing interview. Thank you so much. Let everybody know where to follow you.
Okay. You guys should follow my Instagram that I'm so active on, at CMaxwella. So C for Candice, MAXWELLA, at CMaxwella. I don't know where I'm looking. Hi, guys.
Thank you so much, love. This was a great interview.
Thank you so much.
And, you know, we'll see what you got coming soon.
I know. If there's something... Oh, my God, I'll come back.
Yeah.
I mean, it just sounds like it could be a party. We should have drinks next time.
We should. It's always a party at Party 101.9.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
Yes, Isaiah. So dope.
This was Shaysayss Radio. 2 S's, not 1, here at iHeartradio, the app. So make sure you tune in every Sunday, 7 to 9 p.m.